You may be wondering, did we really spend six figures on a visa?
The answer to that is yes, we did. And in this video, we're going to tell you what visa we got and why we decided that six figures was the right price for us. So listen to the end because we're going to be giving you a lot of amazing information. So I'm Dorisa.
And I'm Keelan.
And we are Key Destiny Unlimited Abroad. So first, we want to say, number one, there are a lot of different long-term visas that you can get for Thailand. And most of them are absolutely not expensive. For instance, a lot of people talk about the Destination Thailand visa, also known as the DTV visa. There is the long-term residence visa. People call it the LTR. And there are also like retirement visas that you can have. They have the wealthy pensioner visa, and those are going to be retirement visas where you have to prove a certain amount of income in a certain amount in a bank account, or you have to prove a certain amount of residual income coming in each month. So we're not going to be talking about those visas. There are a ton of videos out there about those types of visas, and those are going to be visas that you're not going to be paying for up front with the cost that we're going to be talking about. So this video, we're going to be focusing on what is called the Thailand Privilege Visa. And so Keelan's going to talk to us about kind of what is a Thai Privilege Visa and what does it entail.
So the Thailand Privilege Visa, it was formerly known as the Elite Visa. This program has been around for several years, decades, I think.
Yeah.
It was like 20, 30 years this program has been around, but it's kind of changed forms over time. And so the Thailand Privilege, it has different levels for long term, but the benefits of this program is that it is a hassle-free long-term residency visa that allows you to come into the country for extended periods. You do have your regular 90-day reporting periods, but as we will go into this video, we will talk about some of those benefits and privileges that this particular visa gives you for being in Thailand. Some of the things that initially I want to highlight is that it allows for VIP services within the country. They have a point system depending on which level where you can use your points for services throughout your stay. And also it allows for basically it gives you extra privileges as you pay upfront into the system.
Absolutely. And so what we're also going to do is we're going to talk to you about how you get the Thai Privilege Visa, because it's a little bit of a different process than what people go through when they're getting some of the other visas. So we're going to talk a little bit about what are those steps that we use. And if you see us looking down, it's because we're trying to make sure we give you accurate information. You ain't never going to catch us lying. Mm-hmm. So we will be looking down a little bit to make sure that we're giving you accurate and up-to-date information. And we'll tell you about the process for us.
Okay. Yeah. So the process, it begins with a simple application. You're going to have a primary person. For us in particular, we're a family of 5, Teresa, and we have three children, young adult children now. And so what the process for us was, there's the initial application. I included all the dependents that I wanted. And the beauty of the Thai Privilege Visa is that not only can you have your dependent children, but you can even add dependent parents to your visa. So it gives you that flexibility. So the typical initial application, that takes 3 working days for them to review and see if you need to provide any additional information. Once that's approved, then they begin a background check on you through the Thai Immigration Office. That process, it typically takes about 4 to 6 weeks. For us, it was a little bit quicker. I think it took about 3 to 4 weeks before we got our final approval decision, which is the approval process that comes after that initial investigation. So once we got the approval letter, we had up to 30 days to make our payment. And so once we wire transferred our payment to the Thai government, we got our official membership cards. And the cards, they came within about 5 to 10 days after they received payment. And so that process for attaining the visa, it was pretty straightforward and simple.
Yeah, it was a really like streamlined, easy process. We did go through a particular law firm that, and so basically the program is managed by the government, by the Thai government, but they contract out to various organizations that can help you along through the process. So ours went through a specific law firm, and so that was nice too, because they basically could walk us through the process. There were no kind of hidden things that we missed. There were no surprises. They were really good at telling us exactly what we needed to do step by step along the way. Okay, so let's talk about the Thai privilege. So basically what came in the mail for us were these packets. So in this packet holds your card that you keep. It is your privilege card, and it gives you a breakdown and another breakdown of the program itself. And so that's the card that we keep on us. And we also have a visa stamp that is in our passport. And so we got that the first time we flew into Thailand after we were approved for the visa. That's when we got our visa stamp. And so, what we want to do is we're going to talk about some of the things and the perks that come with it that make this visa worth the cost for us. And so, kind of the like signature services that come with every level of having the Thai Privilege Visa.
So as Teresa said, when we arrived in Bangkok, we got our visa stamp. But once we got off the plane, we had arranged with the elite personal assistant. They greeted us as soon as we got off the plane. They walked us through.
So at the gate.
At the gate, they walked us through to the immigration to get our immigration visa process there at the airport. So having somebody that could be there and guide us through the process, make sure everything was correct, and make sure we had everything we need, that was very important to us.
Absolutely. And remember, the Thai privilege visa, it's known as a hassle-free visa. And so another reason why it's hassle-free is the fast track immigration. That's again included in every level of the Thai privilege visa. And so fast track immigration means there is a specific immigration line just for Thai privilege visa holders. And so you go through a different immigration line. And so it's significantly faster. And so that also makes it hassle free. We have access to concierge services. So some of those.
Yes, and some of the services that are provided are, as you know, if for long-term stays, you're required to report in every 90 days that you're in the country.
And that's everybody, no matter what visa you're on. If you are in Thailand for 90 days straight, to be checking in for each 90-day reporting period. Everybody has to do that.
And so the program, it provides where we're going to be in Mai. So we can just drop our passports off, and then they will take care of the reporting period for us, and then we just go and pick up our passports. That service is expanding all over the country, where they may even, with us being in Chiang Mai, they do it now in Bangkok, where they will just come and
to your house and
pick up your passport for the reporting period. So we're looking forward to that in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, and that's important because not a lot of people talk about that 90-day reporting, but some people that we've heard, like they can be in the immigration office for long periods of time. It's kind of a stressful situation where we get to avoid that by just having our concierge service will actually do that check-in for us. So that's that hassle-free nature of it.
Yeah, some of the other things are they provide assistance with opening a bank account in Thailand. They have a number of banks that they recommend under the Thai Privilege program, and they will even provide somebody to go to the bank with you to go through the process of opening a bank account. And one of the ones that we found very beneficial is we just sent member services an email saying, we have this many people coming into the airport. We need a vehicle. We have this many bags, and they provide the appropriate vehicle to transport you to your hotel or your destination. Um, when all 5 of us arrived, after we went through immigration, grabbed our bags, took them to the van, and packed everything for us, and just dropped us off at the hotel. Same thing going back to the airport. One of our sons, he was traveling by himself. They arranged to pick him up in a Mercedes. So these vehicles are not just any old vehicle, but they're luxury vehicles.
Yeah, and that's one of the beautiful things about having like the member services call center, so that if any questions that you have, like dealing with any government can be stressful. And so for us to have an intermediary service where it's like, call us, we'll get you what you need, we'll get you where you need. That again, that's that hassle-free component of it, because they make the process of being there long term, they make it easy for you. And again, since we're affiliated with a law firm, we have access. So even if there's things that's not necessarily included in the visa, so we would have to be paying out of pocket, that's fine, because we still have one of the most respected law firms there that's actually handling a lot of things for us. So we're buying a home, we could ask them about our home buying process, all those other things that make the process so much easier to exist in this space. And then our particular visa that we got, because they have different levels of visas, our visa that we got was a platinum visa. So we have a 10-year visa. And some of the things that are included in that is, like Keelan talked about, the airport VIP service. So we don't have to worry about doing anything like once we get there, okay, grabbing this or that. We actually just email and say, hey, here's our flight information. And then they're like, okay, we'll have somebody there waiting for you. We'll have your car. It's all good. And, we get 35 points a year. Airport transfer is 1 point. Right? So it's not like we're spending a lot of our points doing this. It's kind of like easy, get it and go. They have something called personal liaison. And so again, that's that person who's there that's answering questions, and questions about anything that we might have questions on. They're going to be there and they answer those questions for us. A big thing, annual health checkup. Now y'all know people go to Thailand for medical care. Like Thailand is a medical tourism space, and so included in our status, visa status, is a annual health checkup.
Yes. So the program, it provides the medical examination, and there's also different levels. So if we wanted a more comprehensive checkup, we actually, as members, we get discounted prices for those additional tests that we wanted to do.
Absolutely. And then kind of like they have a lot of like one-off perks as well. So one of the one-off perks is like a complimentary night at a vacation club. So that's like one more thing that you have this opportunity to get. And then personal accident coverage for 180 days. But again, you're going to be there long term, and so if we need things, health insurance, because like your annual health checkup, that's like when you're healthy, but like you also want to make sure you have health insurance. And so while US based service health insurance does cover us when we're international, we also like to have that health insurance in country. And like they send us, oh hey, there's a discount for this insurance, but they also explain the various insurance options that are included. And they'll have seminars where people will come in, and you can go to seminars and they can tell you, this is everything that's included, here's how to use the insurance, here's what hospitals you can go to. So it's again making that stay there really smooth and easy. Another thing they can help you do is get your Thai driver's license. So they help you with the process of getting your driver's license. And then, like I mentioned, we have 35 points a year per year that comes. So it's not just 35 points overall. It's 35 points that reset every year. And then these are the various components of that.
Yeah. So For the point system, most activities are there either cost you 1, 2, or 3 points. Like they have domestic travel. You can fly within country using three points for air travel, and also they have this. You can use your points for uh, hotel stays within country, and they even have services, global services outside the country where you can use your points. As we kind of alluded to, some of the Signet services, like the concierge services and things like that. Uh, they have leisure activities. You could use your points for golf or going to movies.
Yeah, in the movies, it's like, okay, for every movie ticket you buy, you get one free, like different things like that. So like little perks like that.
Yeah, and part of the program, which we've seen, they will have like concerts. Like we uh, received a notice that Mariah Carey was performing in Thailand, so you can spend this many points and get tickets to our concert. They also have like even like free tickets to events. Like we've seen like events like motocross racing that they were giving away free tickets to members. Some of the other things we kind of alluded to, some of the health and well-being, which is Thailand. They're pushing more focus on health and wellness within the country, where they're dividing up the country into different health sectors, and uh, where we're going to be in Chiang Mai, they're focusing more on wellness and kind of more spiritual type healing. And then they also have wealth services where you can go see a financial planner or counselor and discuss some of your financial activities that are included through the point system.
So that's what they mean when they talk about like having an elevated experience on that. And so next we're going to get to the part that we know you are all waiting on. Okay, this is the part that we know you wanted to hear. And so how much did we spend for our 10-year Thai Privilege Platinum Visa? So we said that there's a primary on the account, and then there are dependents that are on the account. So the primary on our account, that cost was 1.5 million baht.
So in US dollars, that's approximately about $43,000. Say $43,000.
Yes. And then for each dependent, it was there was actually a special going, it was 500,000 baht per dependent. And so we are a family of 5. So we had 1 primary, and then we have 4 dependents. So that came up to 2 million baht. So our total cost was 3.5 million baht, which in US dollars was
about $110,000.
So we don't clickbait. It was 6 figures. So yes, it was $110,000. However, let's walk this back a little bit. This is a 10-year visa, right? And it's for 5 people. So if you break that down annually, that comes out to
roughly $2,200 per person per year.
Right. And so we just talked about a lot of the things that are included in this visa. Things like we can get an annual healthcare screening, fast service through the airport, help with doing our 90-day check-ins where we don't have to sit in the immigration office and do the check-ins ourselves. They can handle that for us. Having access to a concierge where whenever we have questions or concerns or anything like that, there's somebody available to help us. Getting complimentary things through, being able to attend various events, having people that explain the process. We don't have to, like for instance, when there was a change to the immigration process, when Thailand went from having a 60-day visa to a 30-day visa, we didn't have to like think about that because they just notified us.
Yes, we receive regular newsletters from Thailand Privilege and as Teresa said, when new information comes out, they go through details and explaining exactly what happens and what that change actually means.
Yeah, and how does it impact you? And does it impact you? And so all of those things. So when you're talking about the cost per person per year, a lot of that we get back just in the different perks that come with it. And then some things that, it's like I don't really know how to clarify or to translate it into cost, but just not having to worry about things, knowing that I'm going to get information in a timely fashion, knowing that I have somebody that I can call whenever I have any questions about anything I might be experiencing in Thailand, that is absolutely worth the price. And so, like we said, we understand that there's different types of visas. There's visas for every body, for every need. But for us, it just really made sense that yes, when you look at the number $110,000 for a visa for our family of five, it is a lot of money. We're not saying that it's not a lot of money. That's why they call it the privilege, because it is a privilege to be able to get that. However, for us, it made complete and total sense, especially when we started to add up those perks, some of those which the cost translate easily, like we can cost out how much an annual checkup would be, how much it will be to have, airport pickups and all that kind of stuff. But the other peace of mind process, those are things that are not as easily quantifiable, but they matter a lot and they impact your stay. And making sure that you're just legal the whole time you're there is a big deal.
Yeah, and when they say hassle free, it is hassle free, and time is money, and time is valuable to us, and so having to being able to bypass some of those processes that may take up a considerable amount of time, that was worth it to us. And with the Thai privilege, as opposed to some of the other visa options, we don't have to regularly report our finances that the other visas require. And so that was kind of important to us also.
Absolutely. Okay, so now that we told you about the Thai Privilege Visa and how much it costs, we're going to tell you a little bit more specifically about why it was worth it for us and to see if these things resonate with you. And so, number one was that kids and parents. So, we have a very tight knit family. And so, yes, all of our kids are young adults. Our eldest just graduated from college, and our twins are going into the junior year of college. And we wanted to make sure that what we tell our kids all the time is where we are, they are. So they don't necessarily have to move to Thailand, but we wanted them to know that if we wanted to make sure that wherever we were in the world, they could be there also. And so with the Thai Privilege Visa, we were able to add our kids onto that visa as dependents, because like some of the visas, like the long-term residency visa, well, there was an age limit to how old your child could be when for being on that visa with you. And so our eldest was like right at that kind of mark line, at that 20-year mark line. And so we didn't want to have to worry about, okay, could our child be on this visa or not? And so that was one, our children. And then our parents have not asked necessarily right now to be on the visa, but both sets of parents
they're all Octarian.
Yeah, they're all in their 80s. And so while they could get a retirement visa, we didn't want them to have to worry about the hassle of trying to figure out how to go through the visa process. And so we can add them to our visa. And if they were to come, they would be our dependents. We would be taking care of our parents. And so we wanted to make sure that we had that option for our parents to be added as well, in addition to our kids. And so, again, this is 10 years. So we don't have to worry. Our kids don't have to worry about their visas for 10 years. And so that was a big deal for us. The second reason is that it's easy to renew and it's easy to upgrade. And so we are at the platinum level, which is a 10-year visa. So as long as we have 6 months or more left on our visa, we can upgrade to the next level, which is diamond. And diamond is a 15-year visa. And so we can always add on to that. As long as we have 6 months or more left on the visa, we can upgrade to the next tier up. but also the renewal process. You are grandfathered into the visa area that you're in. So in 2035, because we got this in 2025, so in 2035, when it's time for us to renew, we can decide, do we want to stay in a Thai privilege visa, or do we could decide maybe we want a retirement visa then, or maybe we want a long-term residency visa. We think we're probably going to stick with the Thai privilege visa because it's working for us. And then that renewal process will be a lot easier. We'll know what we're getting into. We'll understand how to utilize the visa and all that kind of good stuff.
And one thing that made us more comfortable about the Thai privilege visa was that if the Thai government decided to revoke our visa, they're obligated to prorate what's remaining on that visa.
So governments change their mind all the time, right? So the Thai privilege visa, it used to be the Thai elite visa. It's been around for a long time. But something being around for a long time doesn't mean it's going to be around forever and ever and ever. And so we know from the government that we currently live under, people can change their mind about visas whenever they want to. Countries can change their mind about visas whenever they want to. So if for any reason the Thai country, 5 years from now was like, okay, all visas are revoked. Like no matter what visa you're on, you revoked it, you gotta go home. And so if that were to happen, because remember we paid $110,000. So if we're halfway through and the government revokes everybody's visa, we would get a refund of $55,000. So half of that amount we would get refunded back to us. And so that's why we felt really comfortable with making that investment, because we know that we're going to either utilize it by being in Thailand, or if for some reason, if it's revoked, not of our own doing. So if we go over there and act crazy and they're like, your visa is revoked because you acted a fool, there's no refund. And so as long as we act right, if for any reason they needed to rescind the visa, then we will be refunded the prorated amount. So that's protection. The next is like the elevated experience. And so we are moving to Thailand because it is fitting what we want for ourselves. And one of the things that nobody wants for themselves is bureaucracy or confusion or anything like that. And so it made so much sense for us to be able to invest in a visa that was going to allow our experience to be as smooth, as clean, as up to date, as legal as possible. And so having that where we always know that we're going to understand what the process looks like, what we need to be doing to make sure that we're staying within the rules and regulations that are guiding us as immigrants. That's a big thing. So we wanted that. And also just like, I know when I call to get a car for the airport, it's going to be a smooth ride.
Yeah, and just having that peace of mind that you can reach out to the member services and they're available 24/7. Their responses are very quick. We just reached out to them yesterday to upgrade some information, and they responded within an hour, saying that they're working on it. And then by the time we went to bed yesterday, they said problems resolved.
Yeah, and so that is a significant benefit, especially when you're going into a new country. And right now, we don't speak Thai, and so being able to have access to people who understand our language limitation, and everything is always conducted in English in a way that we can understand, and explaining to us very clearly things, that is definitely a perk that was worth it to us. And like piggybacking on that is just having access to information and resources. So when you are looking at things like buying health insurance, or buying, getting a car, or all of those things, you want to make sure you have the best information possible. And knowing that we have access to really good, solid, accurate information was worth the price every time. And because that's the kind of experience we wanted to have. We didn't want to be DIYing ourselves, through moving to a country halfway around the world. And so this really was important for us. And I think one of the biggest things that were important for us was the fact that we were contributing to the Thai kingdom, the country, the government, the people on the front end. And so it is an honor to have a visa to Thailand, and our goal is to contribute to the country. Like they are sharing their beautiful, amazing country with us and giving us an opportunity to live there. And we wanted to make sure that we were contributing to being there. And with the Thai Privilege Visa, we paid up front. So like somebody who has like a long-term residency visa, they can work on the economy. And so they're going to be paying into taxes through work. Well, on our visa, we cannot work there. We can run our company from there. So we are allowed to run our company, but we are not allowed to actually do business with Thailand. So I can't sell, we can't sell product in Thailand, but we can, our company is based in the US. So we can operate our company. But that means that we're not going to be paying in to the Thailand economy taxes wise because we're not working on the economy. This allows us to make sure that we are contributing to the running of the Thai government. Like we're paying for government services because we've contributed to the country up front, as opposed to most people, if they're going to be contributing to the country, they're going to be doing it through like payroll taxes. We are able to show that we have made a contribution to the country on the front end. And that was important to us. And yes, there is the protection that if the visa is revoked, we get it refunded. But we gladly paid into the government and contributed to the kingdom in exchange for them being, allowing us to be there. So we wanted to contribute and we're happy to be able to contribute. So for us, it was money well spent because we get to be in Thailand and we get to show our enthusiasm for being in Thailand and our honor for being able to be there by contributing upfront to our ability to be there. And what they are providing us in exchange is to us like above and beyond even what we're contributing. But to know that, we are honoring the country by making sure that we're giving as much as we are receiving was important to us as well.
Yeah, because we wanted to come as immigrants and not from an expat perspective, because we want to ensure that we're a part of the country and being respectful of the country that we're going to be living in, and ensuring that we're being good with stewards of what Thailand has to give to us, and we want to return that to them.
Yeah, and because like when you come in as an expat is your relationship with your own country. So we're not just leaving the U.S. When we talk about coming in as an immigrant perspective, like we chose Thailand. So we weren't just like, okay, we're choosing whatever country will let us in. No, we chose specifically Thailand, and we want to make sure that we are being a net positive to Thailand in every single way that we can. And this was one of the first ways that we got to show that our goal is to be a net positive and our time there be one where we are contributing and not just getting. And so this was one of the ways that we were able to do that. And y'all, just peace of mind. Like I don't have to worry about a visa until 2035. like we won't have to we don't have to think about it until 2035. So we don't have to be nervous every year as we reapply every year. Like that is just peace of mind, and it is the type of experience that we wanted. And Thailand itself, when the Thai government is talking about the Thai privilege visa, they're literally saying this is for people who want a hassle-free experience and they want to be able to live here long term and not have to worry about renewing their visa. That's what they said about it. So we're not just like, like, oh, this is good for us. Like this is how they advertise it.
This is how they're promoting the program.
And so this is why it worked for us. This is why we're excited about it. We would love to hear from you in the comments. If you're in Thailand or going to Thailand, what visa are you under? Why did you choose that visa? If you have any questions about the Thai Privilege Visa itself, we are definitely going to be doing some more videos on the Thai Privilege Visa. I am also going to be showing you my experience being a privilege visa holder as I navigate through not just the airport and some of the other things, but whenever I'm using perks, I'm going to make sure to do some videos to show you guys what it's like using those Thai privilege perks if you're interested. So definitely let us know. So please like, subscribe if you want to follow us in our journey, and definitely comment. But we are also we're in our race to 1,000. We would love 1,000 subscribers, and so we definitely want you to subscribe. We're going to be doing more visas as we get closer to finalizing the purchase of our house and all that other kind of fun stuff. So we love to hear from you. But until next time, this is Dorisa
Keelan
saying bye-bye.
Katie, you abroad, your journey begins. Time to make it happen. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's connect.